On this Father's Day, I would like to share some of my own father's words, actions, and even expressions that touched me growing up and continue to impact my life today. First of all, I was witness to how Dad loved each member of our family, our country, and God. He cherished my mother, creating a loving home in an old creamery in Savannah, Illinois following World War II. In this home, we worked and played together. His job on the Milwaukee Railroad helped provide my mother with a sewing machine to make all our clothes. For my sister and me, he carefully crafted 2 beautiful wooden doll beds. When Mother desired a new chair or couch, or I outgrew my bed, Dad always took our furniture to a poor family he was acquainted with, further showing me that a helping hand and generosity go hand in hand with love. Dad was proud to be a veteran, but way too humble to appreciate the glory and praise that so often accompanies it. From reading his first letter home after landing in Algiers at the start of World War II, I've learned not only of the culture of the people, but of Dad's impressions and his commitment to serve God and country. He had quite the insight for such a young man, barely more than a boy. Yet he recognized the need to help those persecuted by others. Across northern Africa and Europe, my father carried a small Bible in his army duffel bag, and in later years, a small folded prayer in his wallet. I remember the day of our together baptism. I was 6 and Dad was 36. How special to be formally welcomed into the family of God with your father by your side. Dad was as patient as he was kind. He would take his very young family fishing in the backwaters of the Mississippi. I would watch how carefully he would bait my hook and then coach me to sit still and wait for my bobber to go down. Later, I would sit on my knees with elbows on the table and head in my hands and watch him slowly and carefully take all the bones out of my fried fish. Likewise, I saw his patience when it came to gardening. I would help him plant, water, and weed our little vegetables while he encouraged me to be patient in waiting for the first green beans or red slicing tomato. My dill pickles took even longer. I was not, however, beyond testing my father's patience. When I was about 8, I loved climbing on his antique workbench in the garage. I would sort little nuts and bolts in small jelly jars. One day, my love of art led me to paint the drawers of the old tool bench green. He must have been extremely disappointed, but complimented me on its prettiness. It stayed that way forever. As a man grows older, the causes he believes in often become more defined. Each May, Dad would support the Lions Club mission of helping the visually impaired through the sale of dozens of roses. The following week, he would advocate for Shriners Hospitals, selling and delivering Vidalia onions that someone, somewhere, could find the joy of walking again. When he was in his 90s, I would help him make the trunk load delivery so important to him. To you who are like my father, I say God bless you. For in this world we share, we must always look for those causes bigger than ourselves.